Hey and welcome to the Daily Manchester United News show. Let's begin with our daily news. Man United star Bruno Fernandes could miss next two games after ankle injury. Manchester United could be without Bruno Fernandes for the next two games against Tottenham Hotspur and Aston Villa following his ankle injury in the FA Cup semi-final. The Portuguese suffered the setback in the first half against Brighton and Hove Albion, but managed to carry on and was only substituted in the opening period of extra time. Fernandes was recently spotted wearing a protective boot on his right ankle, and the mirror now reveals that the midfielder could be unavailable for the next two matches. The 28-year-old is set to miss the Premier League game at Tottenham Hotspur tomorrow, while he is also doubtful for Sunday's home meeting against informed Aston Villa. Fernandes had a slow start to the season with only 3 goals and 3 assists before the World Cup. Since the restart, his form has been quite spectacular. The Portuguese has made another 17 goal contributions. He has been key to the club's successful campaign, hence, his absence is a huge blow, considering United lack the creativity in the final third without him. Marcel Sabitzer is not known for his ability to pick out key passes. Christian Eriksen can play in the attacking midfield role, but the Dane has been operating centrally over the past few years. He is still finding his feet after his ankle injury. United are currently in a strong position to qualify for next season's Champions League, but there is still plenty of work to be done to ensure that they finish in the top four. As things stand, the club needs 77 points to guarantee a top 4 position. They require 6 victories from their remaining 8 games of the top flight campaign. The tally could come down in the coming weeks, depending on Brighton's result, but United can't afford to get complacent and must keep on winning. Manchester United loanee Jack Butland set to sign a pre-contract deal to join Rangers. Rangers are closing in on a deal for Crystal Palace goalkeeper Jack Butland, reports the Scottish Sun. The 30-year-old is currently on loan at Manchester United until the end of the season, having joined in January. Butland is set to sign a pre-contract deal, which will see him become Rangers' first signing of the summer. The Englishman replaced Martin Dubravka after Newcastle United recalled their goalie. Man United manager Erik Ten Hag dubbed Butland a really skillful goalkeeper after the move. However, he is yet to make an appearance for the Red Devils, and a summer exit is on the cards. Rangers wanted to sign the former Stoke City star last year, but talks broke down. The 55-time Scottish champions are looking for a replacement for Alan McGregor, and Butland fits the bill. Rangers manager Michael Bailey is a long-time admirer of the Man United loanee. The Light Blues will be playing European football next term and challenging for domestic silverware. Butland would be keen to join such a club, and the Red Devils will need to sign another goalie. His contract with Palace expires at the end of the season, and he is set to move to Scotland after 12 years in England. Man United have David De Gea and Tom Hitton as their first and second choice goalies. Butland has been the third option, as Ten Hag wanted an experienced alternative if the other two were unavailable. He is unlikely to feature for the Old Trafford club, with a lot at stake right now. Man United face Manchester City in the final of the FA Cup and are looking to finish in the top 4. David De Gea close to agreeing contract extension, but Erik Ten Hag still wants increased competition. De Gea's contract with the Red Devils expires at the end of the current season, but United have the option of triggering an automatic one-year contract extension, but have not done the same due to the player's humongous wages. The 32-year-old is currently on £375,000 a week, which makes him United's highest-paid star, and Ten Hag is adamant that he wants a change in the club's wage structure, and hence, the club have not triggered the extension option. According to 90 Minute, the former Atletico Madrid star will be signing a new long-term deal on reduced wages, and only finer details are left to be ironed out. Manchester United are nearing an agreement with long-serving goalkeeper David De Gea on a new contract with reduced terms. De Gea has now agreed to take a substantial pay cut in order to prolong his stay at Old Trafford. Talks have been ongoing about the length of the deal and other add-ons, but 90 Minute understands that there are no major hurdles left to clear. Only finer details remain to be ironed out. United manager Erik ten Hag has made it clear to the club's hierarchy that a new deal for De Gea was the best option at this point, with other areas of the squad seen as a priority to strengthen ahead of next season over a new starting goalkeeper. 90 Minute has, however, learned that signing a goalkeeper to provide more substantial competition for De Gea should not be ruled out in 2023. Nemanja Vidic picks out a great signing who has impressed him at Manchester United. Nemanja Vidic has praised Manchester United defender Lisandro Martinez, speaking in an interview with Rio Ferdinand. Vidic spoke to his former centre-back partner Ferdinand on his 5 channel on YouTube. He told of his regret that Lisandro Martinez is currently out injured, explaining that he likes watching him play. Martinez's defensive qualities have seen many observers compare him to Nemanja Vidic. It's a comparison the Serbian appreciates. Nemanja Vidic admits he was unsure of Lisandro Martinez before he joined the club and has quickly been won over. Vidic explained, I like him, he likes to defend. I had doubt when he came because of his height. He's good in the air, he knows how to position himself. Definitely, he's a good character and he is good for the dressing room. He has the winning mentality, he is a fighter. You need to have these types of players who are energy signing. Unfortunately, he is injured now, but he is a great signing for us. He did great. Martinez played a key role in Manchester United winning the Carabao Cup, also winning the World Cup with Argentina, and has helped the Red Devils move into a top 4 place in the Premier League. The summer signing from Ajax season ended with a broken metatarsal sustained against Sevilla, but he will be back in for a pre-season. It has been a treat to watch Martinez play. He is brave and defends with the same sort of determination Vidic did during his time at Old Trafford, and there is so much more to come. Nemanja Vidic believes this is Harry Maguire's main problem at Manchester United. Nemanja Vidic has had his say on what he believes to be Harry Maguire's main problem at Manchester United. The legendary centre-half was one of the best defenders of his generation and one of the best Manchester United captains of all time. With this, Vidic has a pass to comment on Manchester United captains and what it should mean to play at Old Trafford. The Serbian spoke up in an interview about what he thinks the main problem Maguire faces at Manchester United is. Speaking on the Rio Ferdinand podcast, Vidic shared some of his thoughts on the current club captain. He said, Maguire has a problem because he doesn't perform well. When you don't perform well, it's hard to say to someone what to do. I think that Maguire is doing well for the national team. He was great for Leicester, but obviously he is struggling to perform for Manchester United the way he is performing for other clubs. It's hard to gain that type of respect. It's nothing against Maguire now. In general, any captain has to be first, has to show an example, has to play well, has to fight for the club. Vidic has a point. For the captain to be consistently underperforming, he obviously loses that position of power as other players don't trust in his ability, so why should they follow what he has to say? This also leaves Erik ten Hag with a difficult decision with what to do with Maguire and ultimately the captain armband. Bruno Fernandes or Rafael Varane are definitely two candidates that could take over. They are very consistent performers, but more importantly, leaders. This is exactly what Vidic is suggesting a Manchester United captain needs. Time will tell as to who takes over or if Maguire is given another shot. Sheikh Jassim ready to make his third bid to buy Manchester United ahead of a Friday's deadline. The sale of Manchester United is potentially entering its final stage with the deadline for the third round of bidding set for April 28. According to journalist Ben Jacobs, Sheikh Jassim bin Hamad Al Thani will bid again on Friday. to purchase the club. He also revealed there is competitive tension between the bidders, but the Qatari banker remains confident about his bid. Sheikh Jassim and Sir Jim Ratcliffe are battling to complete a takeover over the Premier League club. Elliott Management and the Carlyle Group are willing to offer funds for a partial take in the club. This would help the Glazers get the desired funding without relinquishing control. The Glazers put the Red Devils on the market in November last year. Since then, two parties have fronted a bid to take complete control of the club, Sheikh Jassim and Ratcliffe. The Qatari bid involves a debt-free takeover, which would be a massive relief for Man United supporters. They also have the financial strength to pull off this purchase and leave any competitor behind. If Sheikh Jassim is determined to buy the club, it will be tough for any other bidder to compete with him. The United supporters want the sale process to conclude quickly. They are already frustrated with the owner's decision to open a third round of bidding. The uncertainty around the club's ownership won't help Erik ten Hag and the players. With the summer transfer window set to open soon, the manager will want a clear picture of the transfer budget allocated to him. He needs to target players he wants to be at Old Trafford next season. United cannot sleep over it and allow other clubs to have a head start this summer. Ryan Gravenberch would be a better option than Marcel Sabitzer for Man United. Manchester United are likely to invest in their midfield department this summer, and they have already been linked with multiple players. Brighton and Hove Albion's Alexis McAllister and Bayern München's Ryan Gravenberch are under consideration, and in our opinion, the latter could be the more realistic target. The Red Devils are likely to spend most of their summer budget on a marquee striker. This could leave them with limited funds for other targets, keeping financial fair play in mind. Gravenberch had a huge impressive 21-22 season under Erik ten Hag at Ajax. He contributed 3 goals and 6 assists from 42 games in all competitions. The Dutch international was also excellent defensively with 1.6 tackles and 5.7 duels won per appearance. He completed more than 86% of his passes. His displays earned him a move to Bayern München last summer, but his time in Germany has been a big disappointment. He has played just over 700 minutes to date. Hence, the 20-year-old could push for a new challenge this summer, and we believe he would be a better buy for United than Marcel Sabitzer, who is currently on loan. The Red Devils wanted to sign Gravenberch in January before they settled on Sabitzer. The club should make a renewed attempt for him at the end of the campaign. Gravenberch is reportedly open to working again with Ten Hag, and in our view, he would be an upgrade on Sabitzer in terms of distribution and ability to win duels. The Dutchman is still in the development phase of his career and would be a far better investment for the club compared to Sabitzer. Nemanja Vidic gives a strong response when asked about signing Harry Kane for Manchester United. Manchester United legend Nemanja Vidic has responded to a question whether he would sign Harry Kane this summer. The Telegraph report Kane is emerging as a serious target for Manchester United this summer, with the club already planning ahead of the transfer. United need to sign a striker this summer, with Anthony Martial injury-prone and Wout Weghorst failing to convince. Kane, 29, is proven in the Premier League and seems to many like a safe option for United to invest in this summer. Nemanja Vidic spoke to former teammate Rio Ferdinand and was quizzed over which striker he would sign for the club this summer. The Serbian was reluctant to pick a name and voiced his view that United need to continue to strengthen in other areas rather than pin hopes on a striker to be the club's saver. He said, "If you ask me honestly, I'd say not just a striker. I think definitely the players who win the title are the players who play in the middle. I think we still can strengthen that. Striker is the toughest question you can ask. I will not buy the striker if I am not sure 100%. Ferdinand suggested names to Vidic, including Harry Kane, and he was not swayed. In fact, Vidic insisted he would go in another direction due to Kane's age. He said, Kane, how much money? He is a top striker for the last 10 years. He will score the goals, definitely. I would go for other options. There is a way to have a striker for many years. The club has to think for many years. We have to find a player, 23, 24. They are going to stay there for 7 years, especially in that heart of the team. Kane turns 30 this summer, and any big transfer fee United will not get back. He could cost anywhere upwards of £80 million. This is not a Red Bull title winning side like when United signed Robin van Persie or Teddy Sheringham at similar ages in their careers. United are more than just one striker away, and as Vidic says, have to think long term. I will be uploading daily Manchester United news, so keep your eyes on the channel and don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate your support. Peace out.